Rebroadcast the Voice of Forex is strictly prohibited without written authorization from Global FX Remote Group. All trading recommendations are meant for informational use only and are not intended to be used as advice for buying or selling in any financial and/or instrument. Any opinions, news, research, analysis, prices, and/or information contained on this broadcast is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute investment advice. Voice of Forex does not accept any loss and/or damage that may arise directly or indirectly from the content of this broadcast. You should be aware of all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and any financial market, and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you are looking for trading advice and trading ideas. Andrew Spanton with today's Voice of Forex market wrap-up. What a day in the pound. Oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me. Sterling dollar surging, sterling Swiss surging, pound Aussie surging, euro sterling major reversal. Was there anything major that caused a news market moving event that caused this to happen? Not really, but there were rumors swirling around that the Bank of England is on the precipice of some sort of big financial, some sort of liquidity provision that's going to help mortgage companies get funds to people that deserve it, that can use it, that deserve it, really, that to get a mortgage. So the sterling dollar gained momentum as the course of the day went on. They did have a weekly auction that drew 50 billion pounds, blew away the $12 billion they had estimated that the demand was for. So certainly the pound sort of benefited from that, I think, because the anticipation is, well, they just changed their assets for one, now they got a clean asset, now they can provide funding. So I think that definitely was one of the reasons why we saw the pound doing so well today. And we did have a lot of different data coming out last night. Triple roll actually did not work last night. It didn't necessarily not work. It didn't really work, though. It wasn't like you got killed if you traded triple roll, but you certainly could have made some money on the pound yen came off right after 5 o'clock. Euro yen even sold off. Dollar yen, not so much, but there was money to be made, not much, though. But again, didn't have profit targets, and you probably broke even and lost a little money on the triple roll strategy, which is a very big winner. But it didn't work. And so very important to understand, again, industrial production coming out, Japan, that was a lot weaker. But remember the IBM story. The IBM news was basically one of the things that kept the market bid. Now, once we got into Europe, yes, we did have industrial production out of Japan coming in much better. Bullish for the yen, but again, the yen is in a bull phase. We're going to take a look at that in a little bit. But very much French retail sales, Swiss retail sales coming out much better. Then we had the zoo expectation index coming out much worse. Swiss franc really got hit across the board. Euro Swiss continuing to break out. A lot of the Swiss franc, dollar yen going up. Dollar Swiss tends to go up with it. Again, so we did have those data coming out, causing the Swiss franc to be a little bit on the weak side. But really big data today. I mean, CPI out of Canada. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you traded this today, but there's a reason why they call it the loonie, because of today's action. CPI came out worse than expected, 0.1 worse on the headline and the core number. What happens? Dollar Canada explodes 30, 40 pips, got it down to, 101.60, and then collapsed, okay, down through parity. I mean, and then exploded for 150 pips. What the hell's going on in loony land? I don't know, but that was some wild ride. Hopefully some of you made some money on that, but that was, wow. Another story out of London, the BBA, British Bank Association, basically saying that banks are actually falsifying rate data to get loans to exchange. What the hell is going on? The British Bank Association basically saying we're not gonna actually get you're not gonna be allowed in the auction market anymore. So that's definitely very spooky. And again, J.P. Morgan, I think also Merrill Lynch in the morning. I think that's one reason why the S&Ps were down. The futures were up. It looked like because the Dow Jones was going to be up so much, but we did then have. We had Merrill Lynch worse, we had United Technologies worse, we had the Nokia story out of Europe. That pretty much what caused the equity markets in Europe to stall. So I think that certainly caused a lot of the equity market sell-off in the futures market before the open. But the Dow did close pretty strong, up on the day. I mean, not much, but a little bit. Oil continues to basically push higher, though we have a doji on the daily. Take a look at that daily chart. Maybe running out of a little steam. Gold reversed also with the euro reversal, euro sterling reversed today. But again, gold down to like 680. I see support on gold at the 927 level now. Big resistance at 960. Take a look at the daily chart on that 960, big spot on gold. 2-year note exploding today. 210 on the 2-year. 3-month Libor at 282. I mean, they are panicking out of these short-term maturities they got in. They're panicking out and they're buying stocks. They're buying equity. So we might see yields going higher. Again, this is just, again, Banks won't lend to each other, and it continues to be a big problem. That's why rates, short-term rates, have to keep on going higher. But that certainly wasn't very good. U.S. Philly Fed, absolute disaster number. Again, the pound took it out. Really, the pound was the only winner against the dollar, really. Dollar yen was up, euro dollar was down, right? Dollar Swiss was up. So even Aussie and Kiwi, yeah, they were down a little bit, but they made comebacks. But certainly, really, the pound was the relative strength winner across the board against every currency today. Haven't seen that in a long time. George Soros making some comments today, basically saying that the euro dollar is not the choice of currency outside the U.S. currency. I could see a lot of reasons for that. Structurally, very important. The eurozone is totally different than ours. Remember, they're not a united country. They're the European Union. So the structure, there is a big difference. Spain wants to cut rates. Germany wants to raise them. What are they going to do? I don't know if Germany wants to raise them, but you know what I'm saying. One country wants one thing, another one wants another. It's not necessarily great there. So very interesting comments. Soros saying metals have a long way to go. Very interesting comment there. Wow. And again, spoke about the loonie. Wow. Axel Weber talking about rates today, saying rates, they got to go higher. Inflation's a big problem. He doesn't understand why rates aren't going higher. So that was definitely an interesting story I saw out of there. So tomorrow morning, take a look. What do we have going on tonight? Lots of data, not really. We do have investor conference out of Japan coming out. We do have, to me, really the big, London. We do have public sector borrowing that money, M4 supply. That could be a little bit of an event. To me, the big data is Citibank earnings. Take a look at that. That comes out at about, I think, 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be a market-moving event, even though it's Citibank. If Citibank comes in disaster, you can see a reversal in that carry trade. You never know. We've got major spots to look at. Again, major technicals. I'm going to try and give you the charts from now on. I'm going to draw some charts in a little bit. Pretty much soon, right now, soon. But, you know, lots of stuff going on the market today. Again, oil, you know, continues to plow ahead. I think oil might even go higher, even though we got doji today. Uncertainty ahead of the weekend. Who knows? But certainly the stock market trying to break out here. The yen carry trade trying to break out. Let's get to some charts and see what I see, if you can see what I see. One second. Here you go. So, see how this works. I'm going to try and do this every day. But we see here on the euro dollar, we see here a big channel. Look at this channel line. We held today 158. We held the 158.50 level. Big spot. If the euro dollar can hold this 158.70, even though it looks like a reversal, we might be heading back higher. So this is a nice upward channel that is just merely a nice pullback. Euro sterling brought it down. So this is a very interesting chart from a technical perspective. All right, looking at the daily chart. The daily chart, sure. Does the daily look like maybe a reversal? Sure, it looks like maybe a reversal. But I got to tell you, it doesn't look like much of a reversal to me. You know, again, the euro dollar, I would like to have seen a little bit more. Come on. I'd like to have seen a little bit more of a wick on the upside. We do have a double top here. I would like to have seen like more of a wick, like, you know, something like this. You know, and then we get the reversal. But, you know, hanging man, whatever, double top you want to call it, I don't know. I think, you know, maybe buy the pullbacks. And again, we got a nice upward channel line. So euro dollar, I see big support right around this 157.20 level. I want to take a look at euro yen on the daily chart. Euro yen continues to break out higher. We take a look at this chart on euro yen, and on the daily, we see some big channel line resistance coming up. The yen across the board has some significant channel line resistance that, if broken, okay, we could see more melt up. And at the stock market, remember, Google's earnings are out, and they are up huge. So we see this channel line here on the euro yen. I got to tell you, this spot, this 164, what is it, 164.50? 164.50? I'm sorry, it's 164. 164 is a huge spot. We take out this channel line. This is a major channel line. Take a look. Where is it? Come on. We take out this 164 level. Let me get rid of that. And you could be off to the races to this channel line resistance here on euro yen. And that all depends on the stock market. Again, that all depends on the stock market, what the stock market does. But big resistance at 164.50, and then we go right through 164. But again, there's air up to 164.50. And again, turning to some other charts I saw that was very interesting. We did have this Swiss yen. I got to tell you, nice reversal in Swiss yen. Take a look at this chart. Swiss yen, nice doji on the daily chart. Look at that beautiful doji. And we even rallied a little bit here to start the session, and now we're rolling back down. So this Swiss yen looking very interesting on